Hey guys, this is your girl Jamie here. What is going on? How's everybody doing? I don't know about y'all, but it has been hot, so hot out my way. I just want to go in here and go live a little bit today instead of trying to edit a video. My editing's still just they're not great. But I want to talk to y'all today about budgeting, y'all. Yes, going RVing and budgeting. Yeah. I know. So I get so many questions from friends and my family and just in general, even on here, about how, and if you guys have any questions, just, stick them in the chat and let me know. I've been RVing with my kids for years now. It all started, let me give y'all a little backstory real quick. It all started, but first hit that subscribe button, notification, and the like button, guys. Yes, hit the like button for me. I love doing RV videos. I love RVing. I love being outside, just nature in general. But I've been RVing for years with my kids. It all started, I was on the couch with a newborn, and I was on YouTube one night and was on there, and I came across Keep Your Daydream. If y'all ain't never checked out their channel, check it out. Yeah, I was hooked. These people, they sold everything, their big fancy house, all their stuff, and bought an RV with 3 kids. I still have that daydream of RVing one day, full time with my kids. It's just the homeschool thing, but yeah, y'all, let me give y'all some tips though on how to do it on a budget, regardless of what your income is. But like I said, ever since I started watching their video, and I was hooked. It took me a few years, but I ended up buying I took my kids actually down to Myrtle Beach State Park in a tent, this nice tent, big size, and told them, if y'all do great on this, then I'll buy you guys the following summer. We'll buy an RV. And I kept my promise. We got an A-liner, paid cash. I think it was like $14 after tax cash. I just didn't want to owe money like everybody else. I know everything between gas and food and insurance is expensive right now. But definitely I have lots of tips for y'all today. Like I said, I wanted to come on here so I didn't have to edit. But let me start giving y'all some tips though, guys, because as a single parent, or, regardless of what your income is, whether you're on disability, retirement, you're just a single parent of like 20 kids, or just whatever the case may be, whatever your financial situation is going on that you have, if this is your dream to go RVing, even if you just go during the summer months like I do. And we used to do the whole thing, we love Manhattan, and I got some friends and family up there, but we used to pay for a lot of hotel rooms up there back in the day. We've been up there for the ball drops, for Thanksgiving, for Easter, the Easter egg hunt right there at Rockefeller. You name it, I have done it. But let's get started though. I made a little list though, so hopefully I won't forget nothing. And if I do, I'll just, I'll go back and do another video. But like I said, I've been all over the place with my kids at this point. We've had an RV for quite a few years. I just traded my A-liner in and got a 2024, paid cash for that, traded it in. So, I really didn't have a whole lot to pay, but we've been everywhere from Key West to Niagara Falls, out to Chicago, St. Louis, everywhere in between. You name it, we have been. And rule number 1 to save money: do not stay at the KOAs and the RV parks. They are so expensive. We tend to stay at the state parks and the national parks. And if you have a 4th grader, if you're a single parent and you have a 4th grader, a lot of the national parks, not all of them, but a lot of the national parks, they do have 4th grade fifth grade incentives that you and your family can get in for free, or even if you're just going in for the day, you can get for senior citizens and stuff. I know they have discounts and different gold cards and everything else in between. You can get in like military, whatever. I mean, you got to take advantage of that stuff though, guys, especially if you're RVing and you're living on a budget. Regardless if your budget is 1,700 a month, or it's 4,000, or it's 5,000 a month, regardless of what your budget is, or if you're going to do this full time. This is mostly if you're just doing the summer and like throughout the holidays and stuff like that, the winter months or whatever. But never stay at coaways and never stay at RV parks. I mean, don't get me wrong. I recently this summer stayed at an RV park, but it was just an overnight. It was a last minute ditch effort, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was a lot of older folks. But even the older crowd, y'all, if your dream is to go RVing with your spouse, or even if you're older and it's just you, a lot of these state parks and national parks, guys, they do, and they usually hire a lot of older couples. You get to stay a month, typically somewhere, wherever. Like, say if it's a national park, just say the Grand Canyon or wherever. I don't know if the Grand Canyon does it, but I know a lot of these places do. You might just go around and you might work a few hours a day, which the bathrooms at these places are typically nice. The state and the national parks are usually nice. And the water, man, the hot water is to die for. It goes on and on forever and ever. You don't have to worry. And everything's usually top notch and clean. They come get your trash, or that you put them in the trash bins. They have water, sewer, everything. Not all of them, but it's definitely worth the money, and it's usually cheaper. Not always national up in Virginia, and that was a few years back. We went to a water park up that way, but that was kind of expensive and it wasn't real nice. There was nothing really to it. I was not impressed. Now, I just came back from the Gulf Shores State Park. It was a little more pricier since even the first time a few years back. But like everything else, inflation. But some tips, especially if you are a single parent or an elderly person, and your dream is just to do it. There's ways around this stuff, guys. And okay, look, I even live right behind Yogi Bear. Their little RV park is literally like within minutes from my house. It's practically my back door. But to stay there, it's like $150 a night. Who in the world is going to do that? Because I know it ain't going to be me. So I'm just saying, guys, like, and my kids would love to go there because they got all the cool stuff for the kids, but it's not worth the money. You're just paying for the name, and yeah, it's ridiculous. But always, especially if you're elderly, always ask the state and national parks for discounts. They have different gold, silver plans, everything else in between. But yes, let me get started though. So, how to save money. I save money all during the school year. We typically go away a little bit throughout the school year on break, spring break and Easter, all that stuff, or whatever, birthdays. We try to get away from day trips. But rule number 1, don't eat out. If you're trying to save money all year long to go away all summer, don't eat out. And if you do, maybe, try to eat somewhere a little cheaper. Especially with all the prices nowadays, you can find deals. I know Wendy's and McDonald's, and I think there's another one that are like offering $5 specials this summer. Day trips, yes. Like I said, we do a lot of day trips. We cut out birthday parties a few years back for a couple different reasons, just to save money and some other reasons. But yes, we stopped doing birthday parties, and me and my kids, we like trips. So we stopped doing birthday parties, and now we do trips. We do birthday trips. Like my son, the last 2 years we've been to DC Cherry Blossom Festival for the Kite Festival as well. You got to look for free places. That's all free, all but parking. Like even Manhattan, sometimes we'll just go up for the day. There is an RV park outside of Manhattan right before you get into the city. I've heard good reviews about that place. You just got to take, the train up. Other than that, though, I mean, you can do a lot of stuff. Even up in Manhattan, when we would go up, we would do, and I absolutely love this, even though some of my friends and family are police officers up there in Manhattan, and shout out to them, hey. They swear by Joe's Pizza up there, but we always stop and get the 99-cent deal. Like you get two big slices of pizza and a can of soda or whatever for like $1, $2, $3, something like that. I mean, it's so cheap. It's ridiculous. But anyways, do day trips. The zoos, like the DC Zoo, I know that's free. We've been there many times. When we went out to St. Louis, we hit up the zoo. It was free. It was steaming hot when we were out there. So a lot of the animals, like today it's steaming, a lot of the animals weren't out. But all through the year, let's see what else we do. Gas. From the grocery stores, use them gas points, guys, or just look on Gas Buddy. Even if you have to drive a few extra miles, get that cheaper gas across town. Do whatever you got to do to save that money. Or to just stay home. We tend to stay home. Like I'm a homebody. I love to go. Just because I am an earth sign, I love being outside and all the views and all the stuff. Okay, so look, now don't get me wrong. I'm very frugal, not cheap, but I am so extravagant and love expensive stuff as well. Yeah, I've gone through a couple Range Rovers. I love Tiffany's. That's like, I just wish everything could be Tiffany colored. I was even going to have my one Range Rover, my black one, painted Tiffany colored, y'all. Yeah, it's sick. Cartier, like I love Louis Vuitton. I mean, I love, like I said, I'm an earth sign. I'm a Taurus. So we are extremely the most extravagant. We love the most expensive stuff there is. But y'all, I also know how to save that money quick and save it for that rainy day for when I do want that brand new 2024 and go and pay cash for it. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Here we go. There's ways. So that's like day, or just staying home if you have to for a while. Groceries have gone up, y'all. Like that's even Walmart's expensive for some stuff now. It's insane. I know where I live, it's a little out of the way and it takes a little bit of gas because it's like a 40-minute drive, but it's a grocery store and it's super cheap. Like I come out of there with a load of stuff for the same amount that I would get with like 3 bags of groceries from Walmart. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Like, but that's how I'm also able to go away and stay away all summer and take, little trips throughout, sometimes I'll eat like for spring break. Sometimes we'll just go down for, cause I'm from Atlanta. So we'll just go down there and, for spring break or whatever. It still costs money. Gas, taking the RV. I mean, I had to trade in I do trade in a lot. Like I said, I'm real extravagant and love expensive stuff, but I also have my cheap side, my frugal side to me. I'm that chick that will go to the RV dealership, the Land Rover dealership, and be like, yes, I need this Range Rover, but I need it on a discount. I have a coupon for that. Yeah, it's a sickness, y'all. But I also know, like, in my mind, I'm still planning, even though if I am, because I go through cars, like brand new cars. I try to keep them like 1 or 2 years. Or when the thingy starts to run out, the extended warranty thingy, they got to go if I start having issues. But now I have a truck now. I had to trade in a Range Rover because I kind of killed the super turbo charged, whatever, from running the crap out of that one, my white one. But May she rest in peace. I'm sure she's dead by now, but yeah. So yeah, that had to go. I couldn't afford the gas in it. Couldn't afford to keep the maintenance. Like I said, yeah. All right, guys, back to, phone plans, guys. I know so many of my friends and my kids' friends and their parents buy these elementary school kids cell phones. Mm-mm. No, 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 ma'am, no. I told my oldest daughter, when you're out of my house and you can afford your own phone, then you can have a phone. And that's exactly what I did. She didn't get a phone until she was out of my house. But my kids, their little elementary school friends have cell phones, iPhones, nicer than what I have. I have an Android, and I'm like, no, I won't waste my money. I will find the absolute cheapest plan, whether it is Ryan Reynolds from Mint Mobile. Hey, he is my man crush, y'all. Like, seriously. But yeah, shout out to Ryan Reynolds, y'all. He is fine. Yeah. But his plans, and I know there's some other phone plans like Tello, and you can make your own plan with a lot of these like Boost Mobile, prepaid, even internet. Depending on your location, you can get prepaid internet, Wi-Fi stuff for your house and everything if you need it. The only reason I have it right now is because my kids need it for school. We used to go to the library and use, but after a while and sitting there for hours with my son, and it it was stressful. So I ended up finding a real cheap deal and just kind of ran with that. Now, if it goes up, we're going back to the library. But like I said, there's ways, and these are the ways that even some of them I haven't, but my friends, my family, they all think I'm crazy because I take my kids as a single parent. Sometimes we take friends, family, whoever with us, but they think I'm crazy, like, for doing it all the time. But it's just something, it's one of my passions. I love it. And I love saving money. I love having coupons, getting that cheap, like getting that. I have this friend, and they will pay the more expensive price. And it's like, really? I have a coupon for that. Like, watch me get it for cheaper than you. All right, guys, even clothes. Let's talk about clothes. It's almost back to time, for school time. And you can take your kids on that day. Most states have the no sales tax that you can, take advantage of. But even then, H&M and Walmart and Target, man, I hit up their clearance rack every time I go in them places. I've gotten brand new coats from H&M for myself, for my kids. I got my daughter a pink one and a green one, a couple years ago. I remember I only paid like $5 or $3 for each one of them, and she still got the pink one. I got them different sizes so she could wear them, like winter jackets and stuff, man. Like, take advantage of all that stuff. Like, when Walmart has some things on sale for $1 and H&M has $2 deals, you grab that stuff, grab it a size bigger for your kids, man. My kids stay, and everybody always says about how nice my kids all look all the time, but they stay in brand new clothes. They're always pulling tags off. But that's how. I refuse to waste money when I love designer stuff, Gucci, everything else, but I refuse to waste it for kids that are just going to outgrow it in a month or two, or even shoes like Dick's Sporting Goods. Shout out to Dick's Sporting Goods. Hey, y'all. I've gotten so many pairs of shoes over there, especially for my son. But I get them when they have sales, clearance, whatever. All right, let's talk about utilities, y'all. Electric, gas, water, unplug everything. Washer, dryer, if you can get all but your refrigerator, of course, and your stove or whatever. But if you can touch that plug, unplug it. I've known a few electricians in my time, and unplug it, especially stuff that heats up. Nowadays, most of, depending how your microwave is, you can't unplug that, but toasters, TVs take a lot of electricity, coffee pots, anything left on, left plugged in, unplug it, unplug it, unplug it. Okay, my electricity company, they hate me because, hey, it is what it is. And I wash clothes. Speaking of the washer and dryer, I only wash usually once a week. depending what time of the year it is. If it's in the winter, sometimes I might have to wash a little more. But yeah, just once a week. And dry. I typically dry the clothes if later in the evening, if it's hot, like in the summer and stuff. When it starts to cool off and the sun goes down or whatever. Like right now, it's hot out, so my basement is. Luckily I got lucky and have a basement, which is so much cooler. We don't have to run the air as much. There's ways around saving money, man. You got to really kind of think outside that box and be willing to give up, I guess to say, if you really want to go RVing and being able to afford stuff. Because I see a lot of these families out RVing, and they might be doing, I don't know, like, I can't think of nothing, like parasailing, or they're paying for all this stuff. And I be thinking like, these are the same people I'm not going to see next summer, because they're still going to be paying on this summer. I refuse to do all that extra stuff when we do go away. I'm a sucker for my kids. So typically the rule of thumb is, if we go to Chicago, okay, I'll buy y'all one thing from there. If we go to the zoo, I'll buy you one thing from there. We don't eat at, the amusement parks or the zoos or any of that stuff. We'll either, if we can take something in with us, or if we can eat after, maybe somewhere cheaper, or take something or whatever, it saves so much money. Even Hershey Park and Six Flag tickets, I've gotten 3 times now, twice for Hershey Park and once for Six Flags off the radio. Guys, like, free 4 packs of tickets. The one time we went to Six Flags, we took an extra person with us because we had an extra ticket. And then this past summer, last summer, I won 4, and I didn't have to pay to get in. Like, in parking, I think it was only like $20-25. And then the extra ticket that we had in November, when they opened up Hershey Park for the holidays, to see all the lights and stuff. My daughter, her birthday falls in November, so we went up to Hershey for the holidays. So we just had to, buy 2 extra tickets, and I got even that cheaper because I bought it on their discount through the holidays, guys. Yes. Like I said, we go a lot of places, and my friends and family always be scratching their heads like, how is she affording everything? Now, through the school year, it gets expensive with these kids. They do a lot of field trips. They want yearbooks. They want school pictures. They want. Only thing, they want book fairs. Book fair is a big one at my house. I tell them no. Field trips, I do pay for the field trips. Just because it's a trip and I don't want my kids missing out. And, sometimes I get to tag along, with the school. Or there's like, even with clothes, like when they start growing out of clothes, or if you have stuff in your closet, depending it doesn't matter what age you are, you can always take them. Some of your cities have these shops to where you can either donate them, like Goodwill, whatever, or you can sell them and you get half of the money or whatever. Look into that kind of stuff. Let's see. Like I said, we stopped doing birthday parties. We don't do any of that no more. Or if you're already have an RV, or you kind of want to do that, you can buy some land like I did and just use it as a home base. Even though I haven't been out there yet, I'm working on it this summer slowly. Even though I got foot surgery, guys. Yeah, I'm getting there. Foot surgery it slowed me down, but it hasn't stopped me, guys. But yeah, there's many, many ways y'all can. Even when you go RVing, if you get solar lights of any kind, solar panels, boondocking. Let me think of some of the places we've stayed. We've stayed Walmart, malls, casinos. I've never stayed at a casino. We stayed at Love's, Cracker Barrel, restaurants, which was really loud. And so was Love's, but the truck drivers, we parked right back in like where the truck drivers park. This because my there. You are allowed to park at Love's and or maybe Bucky's. We didn't ever know Bucky's. We stayed for the 4th of July and we saw a whole bunch of fireworks that night. That was even a regular gas station. They were already closed down in Alabama. That was this summer, and we got lost and it was hot and we were tired, so we just kind of pulled over and overnighted it. Nobody cared. I've never had nobody come knock on the door yet, thank God. But yeah, even Walmart though, like unless if they have signs posting that you can't park there, you go for it. Stay away from everybody and just, you know, kind of do your thing. But yeah, like, I mean, if you want to do it the no credit card loan and no debt way, there you go. There's some ideals of how to do it. But like I said, if anybody's got any questions, I just kind of wanted to jump on here. And if you guys got any questions, leave them in the comments below. And I'm going to hop off here. But hopefully, if you have any questions or anything, hit me up. Let me know in the comments. Like I said, I've been RVing with my kids for years on a budget. You still got to keep a budget regardless of what your income is. But yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything. Oh yeah, and we ride bikes, our bicycles, man. We take our bicycles everywhere. Chicago, man, Chicago was, I think, by far my favorite because the whole entire city, you can ride from one side to like clear on the other side and have beaches and stuff, but they have a really nice bike path. I'm heading up to Philly here soon, and I know they got, places to ride in Toronto. They have a real nice bike path up there. Passports, yes. We got passports as well. I thought about it. There even passports you can go about it and just get the passport card if you don't plan on going too far. But yeah, I mean, and make a bucket list, y'all. Let me show y'all my bucket list. Everybody laughs about my bucket list, but let me tell you what. If somebody tells me, here's my bucket list, y'all. But if somebody tells me about a place and that's real nice, or I see it on a YouTube video or they got hookups or they don't, I'll write it down in my bucket list here of free places to stay or places I want to go or I haven't been or just whatever. It's really come in handy though. But a bucket list by far, guys. And free stuff, free. When you guys go out, I see a lot of these families paying for all this stuff, guys. Like, you don't have to. As long as you kind of plan ahead and you Google stuff, like a lot of museums, up in Maine even, they got tons of museums that are free. Or I know Philly has the last Sunday there, and a lot of the museums are free up there. The last Sunday of the month, or the first, or like Toronto, I think one of their museums, it's the third something Thursday or two, I don't know, something. But a lot of the zoos are free. I mean, there's so much. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. And thanks for joining me. And I hope you all have a great day and stay blessed out there and stay cool because it's hot, y'all. Like, I don't know where y'all are at, how your weather is, but it's hot. But yeah, take care, guys. Bye.